Hello everyone. Welcome to Ball Pit. Not Ball X Pit, not Ball versus Pit. Apparently it's just Ball Pit. I played the demo for this a couple of months ago and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that after playing a game or two, I decided to just wait for release. And while I was expecting a 2026 release, apparently it's here right now. It's available to buy and it's pretty cheap. It's even cheaper if you've got Vampire Survivors, so, you know, who would have guessed? There's nothing else really to say. Let's play and see what features are enabled in the full game. Apparently, this game has a lot of synergies and synergies of synergies and synergies of synergies of synergies. And it's a very basic premise. You shoot balls, and you try to defeat waves. And there's also a city building element to it, but we'll get into it. But yeah, this was one of my most expected games, and now it's here. Alright. Now treasure seekers flock to explore the pit. Here we go. It does seem a little louder than most games I play. Alright, so just one sec, really quickly. Let's bring the volume down a little bit. Alright, moving our character, WASD. We launch our balls. Collect gems to gain XP, just kind of like Vampire Survivors. This is kind of like if Vampire Survivors, but throwing balls. And, I'm trying to remember what the name of this kind of game is. It's kind of like Space Invaders slash kind of pinball, I guess. Like you can try and get your balls to attack from behind, and then you'll get a lot of abilities that, you know, will deal extra damage from the back, another kind of thing. Enemies will attack you if they get close. Yep, understood. You may have noticed we're throwing out some white balls. Those are balls that we throw out all the time. We can toggle auto firing. I mean, yeah, sure. And then we can toggle the game speed, that's fine. Alright, on level up, as you can see, we've only got one ball right now. Select an upgrade. My cat's doing strange things. Anyway, it's fine. Increase range at which you pick up items and catch balls. Catching balls, see, picking up items not that big of a deal, but you have to catch your special balls before you can relaunch your balls. So catching balls, not the worst. Increase movement speed. That's also fine. All baby balls deal 20% more damage. Yeah, so the white ones are baby balls and these are the actual balls. So we've got one bleed ball. I'm not sure, actually. Magnet seems okay. But I like the idea of all baby balls doing more damage, since we will be chucking more baby balls than anything. And as you can see, when we do bleed... Now I remember, I used to play the demo with a control pad. It's actually a very controller pad friendly game. Alright, we can make our baby balls deal even more damage, or we can get a vampire ball. More than one special ball means more damage. Alright. This is the easiest mode, obviously, but we also haven't unlocked a lot of things. So we want to make sure that none of them reach the bottom of the screen, of course. And it's that simple. It's basically what if Vampire Survivors, but you throw balls. Iron deals double damage, but... My microphone cut off there for a second. Sorry. So we got a freeze ball. We can upgrade our bleed ball. I like the idea of a slow-traveling, very hard-hitting ball. It deals like twice as much damage as the other balls. Hang on. Right, and then we get these fission balls, which just randomly levels up one of our abilities by 5 points. Up to 5 points. Oh no, we upgraded everything by 1. Alright, so it can be a bunch of stuff. I apologize, I'm a little rusty. I didn't play the demo as much as I didn't really play the demo that much, simply because I was waiting for this day. And it just seems like the possibilities are ever so endless. They took the best part about what you expect, what you want from a Vampire Survivors game. And for me, it's the synergies, right? A lot of Vampire Survivors clones that come out in this day and age, I find that they don't have enough synergies going for them. Not this game, though. Apparently you get synergies of synergies of synergies. So we'll see how that works. Burn ball, obviously. Egg sac explodes into extra baby balls. I mean, our baby balls are already doing a lot of damage, so we may as well have more baby balls. This was not as impressive as the last one. So this is new for me. How do you actually, how do you provide commentary over a game that's basically a Vampire Survivors clone? There's not much to think about. There isn't any riveting updates you can give that much. So I guess you just talk about what you expect from games like this. What you wish to see more of. What you hope is included in the game. When we finish this round, I'll show you what I mean by the city building aspect of it. Ooh, upgrading our ball would be nice. What's this? Balls start off at 70% speed but increase by 20% each bounce. Oh, so they start slower, but they can get faster. Let's just upgrade our iron ball. Our vampire ball is also giving us some of our life back, which I appreciate. Okay, fusion is different. Fusion combines any two fully upgraded balls, combining properties into one ball. Alright. Alright, so I can fuse these two. And it's going to create a new ball for us. What's it called? Vampire? A vampire iron ball. Which does what you expect it to do. Deals a lot of damage and gives us some life. Alright, so the arena does get a little wider every now and then. Such as what we're seeing now. Let's see if we can throw some balls in the back. See, that's the problem with launching your balls in the back. You gotta wait for them to come back. Alright, what's this? Increased fire rate? Actually pretty good. Burn ball. So now we actually have a slot open. Which is why these fusions are so great. The power fantasy potential is, I don't want to say endless, but it's quite robust. Although I feel like we're not really doing as much damage as I would like us to do. Let's see, maybe give us a good ball, please. Upgrade bleed. When you catch a special ball, automatically shoot 1 to 3 new baby balls. We're going full baby ball meta here. I would actually kind of recommend playing this on a control pad. I think it's a little better to just, you know, lie down, chill out a bit. Are you? Oh boy. Oh, I don't want to. This is an issue. Are we going to die? Increase area of effect? No. Give me 2 sack balls. Alright, we killed the boss. But we're also dead. It's fine. We've got a lot of meta progression to unlock. There are also a bunch of other characters. The demo only had 2. So I'm curious to see what other bosses we have. And here's the city building part I was talking about. Welcome to new Balbilon. Let's plant some wheat to get started. Alright. Open the build menu again to build ourselves a forest tile. There we go. Now you have some resource tiles. You'll have to send out someone to harvest them. And check this out. It's like a mini little pinball game. See this? Your workers have a limited time before getting exhausted. You can hold down right mouse. Okay, this is new, I think. Alright, there we go. Resources gathered. You'll need resources to construct buildings and stuff. Very cool. And then I can build more wheat fields if I want to. A big boulder to harvest stone. What else can we do? Oh, expansion wasn't a possibility previously. That makes sense. You unlock a lot of other buildings. Actually, it doesn't seem like there's that many buildings. I hope that changes. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Alright, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, right. This seems like enough buildings to unlock. Apart from a lot of synergies, you also want a lot of unlocks per game. That's a lot of characters. Okay, you know what? It already seems to be worth it. Let's carry on again. The Boneyard. Play again. 11 undiscovered blueprints. Yeah, this is why you play this game. For the dopamine hits. For the constant sense of progress. For the meta progression especially. It's always exciting to see what the game offers you. And the game does seem to offer you quite a bit. I'm thinking about what Vampire Survivors clones I enjoy the most. And I think Soulstone Survivors, Halls of Torment are the best ones I've played. Probably. Alright, we'll get an ice one this time. Balls deal 80% more damage after hitting the back of the field. See, that's when you want to send things back. So you can enable mini builds, like there are builds that allow you to do more damage when you hit your enemies from the right, from the left, and so on. It's pretty good. I mean, if you've got like 10 bucks to spare, the game's definitely worth it. There's a very, very hefty amount of time in here that you could probably invest into this game. And I do love me my simple indie games. In my advanced old man age, this is all you want from a game. Gain 1.5 baby balls, but your aim becomes scattered. Increase ball launch speed, but get knocked back. Let's just upgrade our bleed ball. I apologize. I just had something to eat and it was a little spicy. So my throat requires a little bit of clearing. I guess I should be careful when I eat before I stream, right? Alright, so we've got a bunch of levels for everything. Very cool. Even more stuff. What's this? Lightning. Earthquake. Deals 4 to 11 damage to nearby units in a 3x3. Vampire. Vampire was good, we remember. I like lightning. Lightning and cold are my favorite elements. Well, earth as well. In ARPGs. And games with elemental damage. So for me, this is great. I also seem to be doing significantly more damage this time around, which makes me happy. But yeah, I guess we answer the question, what do you do to advance the Vampire Survivors model? Okay, when I hit enemies from the front, we get it. Okay. Well, more balls is better. Alright, it's time for some fusion. Also, there's special. You get one more. I'm not sure what it's called. I forget what it's called. But let's say I'm pretty sure fire and ice have a special special synergy. But I forget what it's called in the game. Not one of them's fusion, one of them's fission, and the other one's supercharging, I think, something like that. I don't quite remember. We'll get one soon enough. We've still got lightning and fire. So maybe if we level those up to max, can see what it's called together. But yeah, what do you do with the Vampire Survivors model? You make it vertical in the game about chucking balls and stuff. Increase damage taken, decrease damage taken. Alright, this time I'll grab the magnet. Because it also allows us to get our balls back. I also seem to be able to knock the projectiles away with my balls. The game really wants you to say my balls a lot. Alright, boss is here. Let's get our fusion. Well, fission. Alright, good. I guess this is technically a mini-boss. It's not an actual boss. Alright. What's this? Balls deal 150% damage. Balls that hit flaming enemies light on fire. Oh, that's actually pretty good. But we'll do Earthquake. Because the more special balls you have, the more damage output you have. And then you enhance that stuff with better... I guess they're artifacts, items. You generally get balls and items, or artifacts. I need to see what they're called next time. But you know the drill. Other kinds of games that I really enjoy, Slay the Spire likes, Balatro likes. These are all games that are made for someone like me who just likes to sit down, chillax, have some time to themselves. Alright, everything. Let's get everything up by a level or two. There we go. Okay, we've got Sheriff's Office. Not sure what that does. We'll find out. What's this? Increase crit chance to 30 when hitting to the left. Balls go through enemies and deals 25% bonus damage until they hit the back of the field. This is fine, but if your balls are too slow, you're basically left looking at the screen for a long time. 25% chance to launch a baby ball when you pick up a gem. I guess. I'm not excited about it, but the other ones didn't look as good. We could also re-roll, of course, but who's got time for that? Speaking of Slay the Spire, I'm looking forward to February. Sorry, March. Slay the Spire comes out in March. Menace comes out in February. Menace is the new game by the Battle Brothers developers. They also updated their beta, and as I said, I don't really replay, not beta, but their demo. I don't really like playing demos for games I enjoy because I don't want to ruin it for myself. Like I did with this game. Okay, hang on. Balls deals 80% more damage. Back of the field again. When you catch a special ball, 50% chance... Okay, let's just upgrade our item or artifact or whatever it is. Now, we're getting overwhelmed here. We're gonna die. Just don't get hit by the arrows and you should be fine. Also, I'm now realizing how good the Vampire Ball was for health restoration purposes. So February, we've got Menace. March, it's Slay the Spire. There was a bunch of other games that I was looking forward to in February, I don't recall. Towards the end of this month... Alright. Towards the end of this month, we get the new Football Manager game, and then... Let's just retry. We can do the base stuff later. And then... Europe Universalis 5 is coming out. I'm excited to play that. And then by the time we do all of this, the new Path of Exile 2 season should be out. That's going to be a lot of fun. In the meantime, we've got plenty of Battle Brothers to play. I just completed a run where I didn't die in the first 15 days. That was on expert, low money. It's a first for me. When Menace comes out, I may play that on the hardest difficulty as well, just because... Okay, hang on. Ghost ball. Passes through enemies. The broodmother has 25% of birthing a baby ball each time it hits an enemy. Alright, baby ball time it is. Pretty sure we've got another... There are a lot of games I'm forgetting that are coming out. I'm talking about indie games, of course. AAA games? I don't know, I guess you call Football Manager a AAA game. Would you call Football Manager a AAA game? I guess it is. So that's one AAA game I like playing. Laser Vertical. Alright, so I remember this one from the demo. It's actually kind of strong, as you can see, for hitting entire columns of enemies. So, I should not be afraid to reroll. It's not that I'm afraid, it's just that I'm lazy. Alright, good levels, good levels. Get the horizontal one as well. Let's level up all of our horizontal and vertical balls. I'm sure there's a special synergy for both of them. In fact, I remember getting it in the demo. Oh my. Should not eat spicy food before recording ever again. Also, sitting down without water? Big mistake. Balls deal 20% bonus damage until they hit a wall. Floats around your character and shoots a baby ball. Let's upgrade our bleed. But we also want to upgrade our vertical and horizontal balls as well. And we're already doing a lot better here. So yeah, I guess Europa Universalis 5 and Football Manager are the only real AAA games that I've been looking forward to. I don't think there are any other that I care about. Battlefield 6 might have been fun. But again, it's too expensive. I don't believe in giving EA $80 to $90 for a game I'm not going to play that much. Alright, oh, it's just called an evolution. Alright. So let's see what evolution we get. Oh, Broodmother and Bleed has a synergy, apparently. And it's called Leech. Attaches up to one leech onto enemies it hits, which adds 2 stacks of bleed. Alright. I thought it was supercharged. Apparently it's just an evolution. Makes sense. It should be a good run then. Poison. I really like my iron balls. So we're going full iron balls here. Alright, boss incoming. Clear the plebs out first. There are a couple of pinball roguelites that are coming out that seem interesting. I do like me a really good pinball game. It's been years since I've played a good one. So I'm looking forward to see what they do. I mean, since Balatro and Vampire Survivors have been hits, everyone's just been looking for derivatives. I'm still expecting a Monopoly roguelite. A Monopoly-like. Increase crit chance to 20, well... Range. How about we reroll? Alright, upgrading our leech is fine, but I want to upgrade our vertical and horizontal balls so we get the next evolution. Alright, never mind. I guess we're upgrading our leech. If I can get this one... No. Alright. Fishing it is. Only one upgrade this time. Slightly sad. Hey, but we're doing a lot better. Will we actually kill the boss this time? Alright, our enemies have started to chant. It's never a good look when your enemies are chanting in your face. Alright. You can heal past your max health. Shoot 1-2 baby balls each time you're healed. We reroll these. We max upgrade our iron balls. We've got an evolution, baby. Ah, yes, this is it. It's gonna be a cross, but what's it called? A holy laser. Alright. Holy damage is supposed to hit undead units for more, as we all know. Oh yeah, in April we get Mars Tactics, which is another really good turn-based tactical game that I'm looking forward to, with what seems to be very in-depth. It's going to be like an XCOM game, but set in Mars, but instead of aliens, it's basically Mars Corp versus a revolution. A workers' revolution. Ouch. But there's a lot of city building as well. So you build cities, and at the same time you're trying to destroy your opponent's cities and facilities. I've only played the tactical demo so far. Alright, Vampire Ball may be our salvation here. So 2026 is looking stacked. What is this? Is that wheat? Most definitely is. Alright, we need breathing space here. I don't appreciate being hit by everything. We would actually rather ensure that everyone's got... Oh dear. Give us full upgrades, please. Not as many upgrades as I thought we'd get. I guess everything else is maxed out. We're running out of life. I really need your help here. I can't heal past my maximum because I'm not even at my maximum. Oh dear. Alright, well. We did okay. Let's see. Pierces through boulders when harvesting. Rock increases the harvest clock by 0.2 seconds each time we harvest wood. Guess we'll do the stone thing. Let's play a round of base building. You've unlocked a housing blueprint. Building a house will unlock a new character. Okay. Got a little bit of Tetris action going on as well. You've unlocked a new character, the Itchy Finger. Alright. I don't want to harvest. Let's build some more econ buildings. Another forest. Seems good. Some more wheat. You can expand. Yeah, I know. I don't have that kind of money though. So let's go. Alright. Not as many resources as I hoped we'd get, but it's something. And then let's play one game with the new character. And then, yeah, the game is... Well, this is how much you can play in the demo, so I haven't really seen any new content yet, but... I'm sure that as I play more, which I will be doing a few episodes of this, we'll unlock stuff together. It also gives me room to talk about other stuff. Not just the game we're playing. Although I always freeze up when I'm playing these games. The brain needs to practice being able to riff while playing a game just off the top of your dome. A smart thing to do would probably be to make a note of things you might want to talk about during an episode while you're recording, and then hang on a second. Alright, I guess we're just upgrading our fire. But that seems a little too much. So there's no way I'm reading anything before I start recording. The other option is to just do it while you're recording. Just talk about random stuff. I'm sure it's an acquired skill, just like most things in life. Okay, we need better balls. I'm gonna reroll. Give me a better ball. That's not a better ball. I mean, it is, but we could have gotten the horizontal one as well. It wouldn't have made that much of a difference. Kitty's here. We've changed my office, Kitty. So I moved into another room in the house, which is now my office. I mean, I call it that as a coping mechanism, but let's be real. It's just a spare room that I put my computer in, but I'm still going to call it an office, alright? And the new table I have has a little shelf on top. And I've put a little blanket on top so my cat can lie down. Maybe over time we can have cat cams. I'd need to get another webcam and wire it up and put it in a position where it would be pointed directly at where the cat is lying down. It is in the realm of possibilities. I don't think I want my broodmother ball, man. Let's reroll. We don't have enough resources. It's very cool. Same column as me, fine. Let's grab some fishing. I don't want to fuse anything just yet. Let's see if we can get some good synergies going. Maybe we can get some evolutions. I'm pretty sure evolutions are a little stronger than your regular fused balls. Although I'm not sure, it could be different because you can fuse balls over and over again. Okay, what have we got? Earthquake ball? Let's go. Let's try it out. Earth magic is also very fun in these kinds of games. It's always mostly associated with physical damage in ARPGs, which is my favorite damage type. Yeah, some games have it so earth damage is separate, but we don't really talk about those games. Oh, Poison and Vertical has an evolution? Interesting. A radiation beam. That's interesting. Looks cool. See, this is what you want. This is what I was talking about. You want cool effects. You want constant upgrades. You want to feel like a god. And most importantly, you want to be fooled into thinking that there's any strategy involved when you're just picking up things that sound good or have higher numbers and just bash them together. We're also in Steam Next Fest season. Yes, you should never date your videos, but I've got 200 subs. I'm sure I'll be fine. Alright, evolve my lasers into something even better. I'm down. I'm not worried about it. We've got a whole bunch of demos that I'm going to play through. The thing about covering demos is you can either wing it and just you know, record a first impressions video on a demo that just came out, which is fine, but not all demos are created equal. And also, some games require a little bit of learning before you actually sit down and play it. Let's get our earthquake up. So it can be tough. The safer and smarter option... What's this? All characters gain +1 bonus dexterity, affects fire rate, reload time, and critical hit chance. Nice. More upgrades. So the safer option is to actually play through the demos. Maybe if it's got a tutorial, play through the tutorial and then cover the game. But that requires quite a bit of time investment. So, and I've not really gotten around to trying many demos just yet. Let's get full upgrades on everything, please. Thank you. We've got an evolution. Fire and earth. Volcano. Magma. Ah, same thing. Oh, it's very slow moving, I see. Are those my actual balls, though? Or does my ball just... Okay, it's not my actual ball. Occasionally, it creates a magma ball, but the ball is separate. It would be smart to actually read what your skills do, I guess. Emits lava blobs over time. Enemies walk into lava blobs or dealt extra damage. Okay. Very reasonable. Let's get our vampiric ball going as well. Well, although we're not getting hit as much. I think the thing with this hero is you can't really... From what I remember in the demo, you fire in random directions. You don't really, even though I'm aiming, like I'll aim this way, you'll occasionally scatter shot. But I think we get less health, but we fire quicker? Maybe? It's possible. What are we doing here? Oh, we're looking for more fusions. Everything's at max level, so probably don't have an evolution ready. We will probably have to just fuse two balls together. I'm okay with that. We're okay with that. Ouch. So because I've already combined my vertical balls and I keep having to say my balls. Because I've already merged my vertical balls, do they not show up anymore? That's something I need to check. You should also be picking your balls up, which I'm not really doing. Also, being able to hit projectiles out of the air, pretty good. Not bad at all. I wonder if there's more to the Tetris elements of the game. I am curious. Also, I have a feeling the music's a little too loud. Not sure if I'm even audible throughout most of this. Alright, here we go. Balls deal... No. When you catch a special ball, automatically shoot new baby balls. No. So as long as we don't have our balls bounce, we're doing more damage. Seems good to me. Grab ourselves a couple of upgrades. Balls deal 200% damage, but damage decays each time they bounce. Isn't that what I just got? Yes, it is. All right, we can go for fusion. Let's Let's fuse magma and vampire together. Why not? Does it actually do anything? Emits lava blobs over time. They're dealt damage and they gain 1 stack of burn. Spall and its lava blobs also deal damage to nearby units. Each hit has a 6% chance of healing 2 health. Does that count for the magma balls as well? My balls. I think there's also another indie game that's coming out pretty soon that I care about. It is a golden age for gaming. Just not AAA gaming. But if you're not concerned with your games being AAA, I don't think there's been a better time. Oh, there was a better time, and that was when Ultima Online first came out on the first 3 or 4 years of Ultima Online. That was the best period of gaming. MMOs were still new. It was... Before Ultima Online came out, if you saw 8 characters in a game, which would often be like... If you played Quake 1 or 2 on a LAN. I mean, internet was still very much dial-up back then, when Ultima Online first came out. It was amazing being able to play with hundreds of people at the same time. And there's still nothing quite like Ultima Online. It's easily one of the best games ever made. Not just the best MMORPG ever made. It was more than just a game. You would actually have to... Hang on a second here. 10% chance to dodge. Increase area of effect damage. Yeah. It was more like a living, breathing world. A sandbox simulation. And you were just characters that happened to... There were no level ups. You would train skills by doing actions over and over again. Kind of like RuneScape. I do think RuneScape... I believe reading somewhere that RuneScape was inspired by Ultima Online. That's why I can't enjoy RuneScape. It feels like a very watered down version of Ultima Online. Not that that's a bad thing, it just makes me want to play Ultima Online. Or it gives me some nostalgia. Yeah, there are free shards, but the game isn't what it used to be. Multiplayer games in general aren't what they used to be. People immediately acquire all the information they need about whatever game they're playing, and they make it as optimal as possible. I do think probably World of Warcraft was, and the vanilla version of World of Warcraft, was the last time you actually sort of explored the game together with people. Now a patch comes out and it's data mined immediately. Everyone already knows what's happening. You don't even have to necessarily be in a guild to do dungeons and raids anymore in games like Ultima Online, which is insane to me. Do your items also merge? That would be interesting. What's this? Balls go through enemies? No. Destroy 2 nearest enemies when you are hit from close range. This is actually kind of good because we are getting hit a lot. Imagine if it worked on bosses. This is the final boss, I believe. Alright, buddy. I have a boss to fight, please. We need you all to die. So yeah. It used to be that multiplayer games were a mystery. Now the mysteries are always solved. Just dodge the bones. I doubt this boss is a very difficult boss to kill. Stay out of the way. Oh, the arms... The arms actually stop us. I think we have to hit it from the... We have to hit the boss from behind. Hang on, let's see if that's the case. Is that the case? Am I reading this boss wrong? Excuse me, I need to catch some balls. Ouch. Yeah, I think that's the case here. Oh god. I've done blundered. Oh no, you can hit him straight up as well. Because I'm watching all the arrows, projectiles that are coming at us, I'm not following if we're actually doing any damage to the boss, but apparently we are. So just keep spitting out our balls. There's a plethora of sex jokes to be made, I'm sure. Somewhere in there with all these talks of balls. People who are much more talented and funnier than me can come up with stuff, I'm very sure. But yeah, man, the people are like, why are MMORPGs dead in the year 2025? That's the reason why. Because we're optimizing the fun out of everything. And I'm not... It may sound like I'm criticizing or gatekeeping. That's not the case. When I played World of Warcraft years later, it's been a few years now, but last time I played, I also did not want to deal with anyone. I just wanted to queue up for a dungeon. And it's amazing because you could just do the dungeons without talking to anyone, which I found to be very funny. Like, in vanilla WoW, it was impossible. There was no power creep back then. Like, even your average shitty dungeons would take hours to do. Now you just go in and it's all done. You queue up, you immediately find yourself a group. And like I said, it's how I prefer to play the game as well. Just like everything, we get used to it, and then it stops being as fun. But there are other things that will take its place. Alright, so I think I do have to bounce it from behind. At least some of these balls need to be bounced from behind. Excuse me while I throw my balls around you guys. We're hitting him for like 24 damage every now and then. Ouch. I'd really like for you to die, please. Again, because I'm watching the projectiles, I'm not actually seeing if I'm doing that much damage. I occasionally see some numbers come. Like, I'm seeing some numbers pop up. But I'm not sure from which direction those numbers are popping up from. Alright. First completion bonus, 600 gold. Yeah. Boneyard Trophy. Alright. One more until next lift upgrade unlocked. That's news to me. I'm not sure what a lift upgrade is, but it's an unlock and I like that. Increases movement speed while harvesting by 20%. Increases the range at which wheat is collected. Grab speed. Alright, return to base. Well, this was Ball Pit. I'll probably play a few more episodes of this, depending on how... Wait a minute. New items will have a chance of appearing upon leveling up. Interesting. Alright. Like I said, the key with games like this is for there to be a lot of upgrades. And we've... Oh, even the plots can be upgraded? That's great. Okay, so there's a lot of meat on this bone, and we'll be picking it over the next few days. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.